a while, post the Mauritius trip, I asked Nonku for your number because I wanted to apologize for my behavior towards you. I tried calling you to no avail, and I understand that maybe you did not respond or return my call because you don't have my number, and I choose to respect that boundary. There were times on RHOD where I reacted instead of responding, a lot where my emotions would then override respect. I raised my voice, I called you names, pointed fingers, and in one heated moment, I crossed a physical boundary. It was wrong, and for all of it, I am sincerely sorry. I pen this letter to you with a sincere heart, having done my introspection and seen my wrongs. Also, this letter to you is not to say that I now expect us to be the best of friends. However, this is to apologize and acknowledge that as young women of KZN, we are both in the media space and it's vital for us to coexist cordially. I am open to us to having an in-person talk because it's still a month. If we book on a way of doing things differently, I definitely would do that. I'm learning that strength isn't just about standing your ground. It's also about knowing when to step back, reflect, and admit when you've gone too far. And that's what I'm doing.
She loves, and welcome back to another training story segment with me, the very much anticipated reunion. Okay, I don't know what to call it. Tell all by Minnie Ntuli from the Real Housewives of Durban. She has been trending for the past 5 weeks now. This comes after, of course, her feud between herself and Londie London. People did side with Londie London during the feud, and they felt like she was just too much, Minnie, and she was basically bullying Londie London with show yakhe because she was a friend of the show, right? And so she opened up, number one, I think that's her YouTube channel now because the name of the YouTube channel is Minnie Ntuli, right? And then she was basically telling her side of the story and how she, in summary, feels as though the entire production failed her because they only showed her as the villain and did not show what caused her to react the way she reacted towards Londie London. Now, of course, there are some things of which I feel as though she shouldn't have said because they are literally spoiler alerts. These are some of the things that we were most definitely looking forward, especially if you wanted to watch the reunion, looking forward to seeing Laphenegek Real Housewives of Durban reunion, which will be airing on the 4th of July, which is sometime next week. I think it's on Friday, guys. I sent to be corrected. I didn't check my calendar when I started making this video. So another thing which really shocked me is the fact that Minnie exposed herself. She says that she is the one who wrote the letter to Nonku. Guys, this is literally adding more fuel to the fire because already people are calling her a bully because of the feud she had with Londie London. And now people feel as though Nonku, who is, by the way, the show's favorite, decided to retire from the entire franchise because of that letter which was written to her that basically sent her to ICU. Okay, so Minnie Ntuli says, I'm the one who wrote the letter, and later on I reflected and I apologized to Nonku. I called her and basically I was crying during the call and genuinely poured out my apologize. Nonku did accept my apology and we sort of like started praying together. Now back to Londie London, you guys. As you saw from the first clip which I inserted for you guys to see, that was the apology she wrote to Londie London. Now I don't know, guys, Londie, after this entire apology came, I think it was about a week ago, she was like, I ain't never received an apology from nobody, you know what I mean? So people are really shocked that she is now reading this apology, and this is literally everyone's reaction to the entire video which she posted on YouTube. So the first viewer is saying Minnie is the reason Nonku is not coming back. Usile lo sisi, what is she even wearing? Another said, finding out that she's the reason why Nonku isn't coming back is refueling my anger towards her. Aibo, guys. And the last person is saying her running after Nonku while she's the one that wrote the letter is diabolical. Okay, and let me just browse through the reaction Londie London which is, you know, the first video which I inserted for you guys to see. One person said, I do not feel this apology is genuine. Minnie is only doing this because of the backlash she's getting on social media and because she's losing followers. If it wasn't for that, she would not apologize. And another said, if this apology was genuine, Gabe, she went to that reunion and apologized to Londie's face, just like how she said everything to her face, right? So it's just a lot of viewers that are not accepting this apology on behalf of Londie London. So guys, what are your thoughts? Let's engage, and I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye.